time, North Korea remains a huge uncertainty for China, even as Beijing deals with the looming threat of a possible trade war with the United States. Xi Jinping is the core leader of the Communist Party, and like Mao Zedong, his name and political thought are now written into the party's constitution. The world's second largest economy, he is leading a push to sell what he calls the China solution, Beijing's effort to help solve the world's financial and political uncertainties. In 2018, analysts see him continuing to seize opportunities overseas as they arise.
There's a window of opportunity internationally created by the Trump administration and Brexit and a few other things, Middle East. And there's been, despite the risks seen, for example, in Pakistan with building of ports and infrastructure, they basically doubled down.
China's trillion-dollar strategic and trade program, the Belt and Road Initiative, includes projects like a multi-billion-dollar deep-sea port in Gwadar, Pakistan, and an economic corridor through the country, which is plagued by terrorist threats. There has been pushback there against the program and port, as well as other Chinese policies in the region. Beijing's military expansion of man-made islands continues in the South China Sea, but China is also showing flexibility as it works on a code of conduct, analysts say. At the same time, North Korea remains a huge uncertainty for China, even as Beijing deals with the looming threat of a possible trade war with the United States.
As it pertains to trade and the concrete steps that we'll jointly take to solve the problem of the massive trade distortion. Massive trade distortion.
If you've got risky economics and risky politics together, then you don't just have two types of risk, you've got the risk squared.
At home, Xi's power also brings opportunities and risk as well.
If those in Xi's leadership team make mistakes or handle issues inappropriately, the public will feel that he has not made good choices, and he'll bear complete responsibility.
A recent uproar over the forced eviction of migrant workers in Beijing and backlash over a plan to force residents in the Northeast to shift away from coal in the cold of winter, even before much of the infrastructure was finished, are two recent examples. Analysts say that while cronies of Xi managed to wiggle out of those challenges largely unscathed, both highlight how the stakes and expectations are higher.
U.S. President Donald Trump's mantra before and since his tour of Asia earlier this month touted the need for countries to accept each other's unique characteristics to ensure prosperity for the world's great civilizations. The message of harmony might have offset discord caused by Trump's harsh criticism of multilateral trade and investment deals during the trip. When it comes to however, the course in Washington appears set for a clash rather than cooperation and mutual respect, amid a push by lawmakers to apply greater scrutiny to Chinese investments in the U.S. Multiple investigations launched by Trump's administration targeting China threaten to destabilize Sino-U.S. close economic and cultural ties, which have underpinned prosperity for the Asia-Pacific region for decades. Trade officials and analysts interviewed by the South China Morning Post said,
Your people are proud of who they are and what they have built together. And your people are also very proud of you. I want to congratulate you on the recent and very successful 19th Party Congress. Perhaps now more than ever, we have an opportunity to strengthen the relationship between our two countries and improve the lives of our citizens as long as we stand together with others, if necessary, against those who threaten our civilization. That threat will never happen. It doesn't even have a chance. As I said in my address yesterday in Seoul, the entire civilized world must unite to confront the North Korean menace. And the entire world is watching us right now. Today, President Xi We discussed our mutual commitment to the complete denuclearization of North Korea. We agreed not to replicate failed approaches of the past, and there were many. We agreed on the need to fully implement all UN Security Council resolutions on North Korea and to increase economic pressure until North Korea abandons its reckless and dangerous path. All responsible nations must join together to stop arming and financing and even trading with the murderous North Korean regime. Together we have in our power to finally liberate this region and the world from this very serious nuclear menace. But it will require collective action, collective strength, and collective devotion to winning the peace. In order to create a more secure future for all and to protect our citizens from extremism and terrorism, President Xi and I also